We're previewing Week 11 in the NFL here at SBR Forum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We're talking right now with Troy West from allplayswin.com, who's going to cover the Washington Philly game. And Troy West is coming off of another winning week at his site, allplayswin.com. Troy, thanks for being back with us.
Hey, thanks, Pete. Appreciate it. Another winning week at the site, another winning week on the SBR Forum Videos. I know we're just clearing 1 over 500, but hey, if you're playing a fair amount of money and you're 1 over 500 every week,
sure,
you're making money, and that's what it's about in this business, right, Pete?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, in college football, you kind of expect 55, 57% with the picks that you like. In the NFL, these are tough lines. You know what I mean? So you're really looking at like 53, 54% over a span of 10 weeks is kind of the goal in the NFL. And this game, Washington Philly. A typical NFL game, right? Philly, a 3.5-point home favorite, totals 52.5. Now, the public's going to be all over the over in this one, right? The public's going to pound the hell out of the over. Are the Sharps going to come in on the over? I don't know. I know they came in on the under in the Philly game last week, and they won with that. Philly off of 2 road wins. The Redskins off of a couple of extra days of rest from the Thursday game. They did lose to Minnesota. The total makes me a little bit nervous. I feel like Washington plus 3.5 might be the right side, but these are tough lines. What do you think, Troy West?
I hate to be on the public side if this is what it's going to be, but I'm going to go with the over. I just think both these offenses are truly clicking right now. Even Philadelphia last week at Green Bay, a lot of people thought that would be a close ball game. They still put up in the high 20s on a pretty good Green Bay defense in Lambeau Field. You look at the Redskins, their offense is looking much of old. They're looking like the RGIII of old, and the offense is moving the football. And their defense is stinking up the joint. You look at, they give up 30 points to Minnesota. I just think this is a high-scoring affair written all over. I would be shocked if all of a sudden both these defenses miraculously showed up and we saw a low-scoring game. I think both offenses are clicking. Nick Foles, we know what he's done this year. RG3 is looking better. They're both pretty high-motored offenses that like to get up on the football and snap the ball and get going. So I got to think both teams will be in the high 20s. I think one of these two teams would touch 30. It's got to go over 52, in my opinion, Pete.
Yeah. Hey, listen, just because, an over is a big public play doesn't necessarily mean that it's not a sharp play. I mean, we've seen that with Denver all year long. The public has been on the over in each Denver game, and the Sharps have been on the over as well in about half of them too. And but turns out the public was right every time except for last week. So you might have something here. Maybe just don't overthink it. Philly, Washington over 52.5 is what Troy West is like. And thanks, Troy.